Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. It's me, Eric, one of the education specialists for Easton Banks Learning and Life Center, and we are in the community garden. We have not been here in about 2 weeks. We planted potatoes right next to me, and we watered them in, and they have started to grow. And we have some other plants that we brought with us, as well as some onions that we want to get in the ground today so we can start off our spring the right way. Before we get into today's video, make sure to like this video, subscribe, of course, comment, share this video, and don't forget to click the notification bell in the left or right corner of your screen to be notified when we drop new videos, which is every single week. I am going to actually, as you can see, there are a lot of leaves back there. I have this metal rake here, and I'm just going to use it. I didn't bring like an actual plastic rake, but I have this, so I'm going to use what I have available to me. And we are going to move back these leaves and remove any big limbs that are in the way that have fallen from the trees. I'm going to show you guys like a large overview of the garden. We are going to close off the garden finally this spring. We've had volunteers come and help us do this portion of the gate where you had to redo it and actually use metal fencing. Before we had plastic, and the deer tore that up. So we have metal now, and that's more secure. And so we have to extend the fence and actually build a garden gate so we can have a closed garden to where no deer can access the garden. We have a garden snake. I don't know if it's dead. I'm just gonna sit it over here. That's the thing about having a garden and not really being in your garden until the spring. All of this has been just sitting since, I would say, October, probably September of last year. And I have not been here to water as often as I should. I probably have only watered, not counting the potatoes here, twice this year. So we're really just getting in the groove of things here at this garden specifically. And so we're going to find a little bit more wildlife than expected. What I like to do with these two different types of compost is layer the humus first, because it gets drier first, well, more easily, and then I top it off with the actual veggie mix, which is able to hold a little bit more moisture for a longer period of time, to me, in my opinion. So we're just going to go through these two. I'm going to do a nice layering of the, like I said, humus compost. And then on top of that, we're going to do a nice 2-inch layer of the veggie mix. On top of the compost that we just put, that you just saw us put, we're going to put down some fertilizer first, and then we're going to go on with our last round of compost. The row is complete. That took about, I would say, 15 to 20 minutes tops. It didn't take that long, or at least it didn't feel like it did. So that's great. The row is complete. I tried to get it as straight as possible. I feel like I did pretty okay. Um, and we have our plants here. So we have some Swiss chard, lettuce, two types of flowers that are called safflower, a cucumber plant, and some yarrow. We have two yarrow plants. So I think I'm going to put the yarrow here at the end. It can be a perennial. It does handle frost pretty well. So we're going to keep it in this row, and this is where it would live. I'm really excited that we get the chance and the opportunity to grow yarrow. I've been wanting to grow more plants that have medicinal properties, so I'm glad I was able to get my hand on this from one of the local garden centers. I'm just going to put the plant label here just in case I forget or somebody else is in the garden and they want to know what is growing. Now we're going to put in our lettuce plants. It's just three of them. Hopefully they do okay since it's getting a little bit warmer now here in Georgia, especially in our area. Today is pretty cool, but this past week it got kind of warm, very warm, I should say. I did bring some snail bait and slug bait with me just to put down because I already know by putting these leafy vegetables in, insects will be attracted to them. So I don't want to lose them. It took quite a while to get them growing. So I think I will go over here and put the Swiss chard. I don't remember how large these safflowers can get. So I'll put some distance in between them and the other plants, just in case they can get very large. All right, and next to the safflowers, we're going to put our cucumber plant. Now, we do have more cucumbers growing in our greenhouse, and at home, I wouldn't suggest you plant your cucumbers just yet, especially if you're in zone 8A or 8B like we are. But I just wanted to try it out since we are getting warm and roughly cool nights. Cucumbers can handle like 50-degree weather. I've seen them handle 50-degree weather here, so I feel like they should be a-okay. We have these onions here that we're going to be planting. They are the super sweet onion from Bonnie Plants. I got them for like $5 a bushel from Lowe's. So I feel like it was a good price because I was able to put some of these in my own home garden. I think I planted like 10 yesterday in my own garden. So, and I have extras that we're going to put at the school garden. So that's awesome. So I think we're going to do 4 per row. Yeah, we're going to do 4 per row, which will provide them enough space to um, bulb up throughout these next few months, which I cannot wait to watch happen. I love growing onions. I'm going to put up some B film, B roll that we have from one of the school gardens back in 2024, I believe, where we grew onions from seed and from these starts. Well, these aren't starts. What are these called? I think they have like a specific name, but anyway, those were some really nice onions that we grew. I think it was like about 50 of them that we harvested. Well, grew and harvested. So these are about four. There's one, two, three, four, five, six. 24 onion plants. So these should do really well. I think in between each of these rows, I'm going to do radishes since they can germinate pretty fast. We're going to do these purple whole peas that we saved from the one of the high school gardens last summer. We have a full bag, and this will not be the only row that we grow these in. Once we're able to get another row fully restarted with more compost, we are going to do more of these because I want to be able to grow mini bags of the purple whole peas. Like when we harvest them dry and save them, I want to have multiple sizes of these bags so that we can have our not only have our own store for when we want to grow these and we can easily access them in our own catalog, but I wanted to be able to donate these to the families that we serve in our community. And we can just package them like the dried beans that people get from the grocery store. So that's the goal, to grow enough so that when it's time to harvest, we'll have many that will be saved and donated. So we've already made our rows. We're doing 4 rows and about maybe 20 in each row. If you didn't know, beans can um, withstand being close as long as you like provide them with enough organic material. In my experience, they will be fine. They have pretty shallow roots, and so like I mentioned, you don't really have to space them out too far. That's only if you want to. Can feed beans with some blood meal, which provides them nitrogen, but beans are part of the legume family. So they are nitrogen fixers, which means that they can take nitrogen from the soil and the air. In partnership with a type of bacteria, they are able to store it in their roots and use it for later when they need it. So you don't really necessarily have to feed them nitrogen, but we've already put fertilizer in the ground for all the plants. So if they need it, it'll be there. If not, no harm to them. Okay, we are done with the beans. We are now going to use our glove so I don't get my hands dirty. I love getting putting my hands in the soil, but when it's time to do other things, my hands are dirty. So I try to remember to always keep my glove near me, even though sometimes I forget. Just covering up the beans. I really hope that no critter comes to the garden and starts digging around in this new soil. We are near the woods, and so possum, raccoons, bunnies, neighborhood cats, they are all coming through the garden, even the deer. And so if I continue to make my presence known by coming to water the garden, we should be a-okay. Fingers crossed. Okay, I think I have every seed in the ground now. So fingers crossed that they all germinate. That would be great. If they do, I hope you guys germinate, please. All right, like I mentioned, we're gonna do a row in between these onions for radishes. Instead of doing radishes, because I forgot I grabbed the wrong seed box that we have 2 of them and they all store our seeds. I brought the summer seed box, so the spring fall one is still at my house. So instead we're gonna put some flowers. We could put some marigolds in between. We won't do too many, but I do want some flowers growing for the pollinators to enjoy, to have some food. So we have 2 rows of marigolds. by the time they germinate, our onions should be a bit bigger. So when the marigolds do get big and large, the onions will have had enough time to grow larger before they get shaded out a bit. All right. In another 2 rows, we're going to put in some Evivi Nitor basil. Never had this type of basil before. It's new to us. Hopefully it does well in our climate and it grows nicely. Okay, we did find some more seeds. They were in the back of my car. We put in a row of each: mustard greens, turnips, and some dill. Um, these are all like cool crops. So hopefully it stays cool. Today, the high is supposed to be like 64. Later this week, it's supposed to rain and it's supposed to get up to 80, I believe. So if it stays in that range of climate and precipitation, I think the plants that we just put in the ground today and the seeds should do a-okay. Now we have our water, so let's go ahead and water the garden. All right, guys, that's the video for today. We are finally done. As you can see, it looks nearly perfect. We just have to clean up the back portion of the garden. But later next month, we're gonna get some volunteers and to help us like finish putting the compost in the rows, putting up the rest of the fence out here, and adding more compost to those beds. One bed is going to be a melon pumpkin patch. Another one is going to be for asparagus. We have asparagus growing in the greenhouse, about 5 plants, and so we want one of those patches over there to be strictly for asparagus. But I'm feeling very accomplished today. Um, I'm going to make sure to come maybe like Wednesday afternoon, evening, and water the garden after I have some free time, after like getting some work done. But yeah, we have herbs in the ground and we have onions, one cucumber. Hopefully it does well. If not, we have other cucumber plants that, like I mentioned before, that we can bring. And we have a plethora of cucumber seeds. So we're on our way to a beautiful, beautiful spring garden. Thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure to like this video, share this video. You can check out other videos that we have on our channel available to you that we provide more education on gardening. Let us know how your garden is going this spring, and we will see you all later in the garden. Bye.